Hi, my name is Georgia Mitchell, and today I'll be talking to you about linguistic diversity in schools. So the main focus of this presentation is linguistic diversity in schools. Multilingualism is something that is seen throughout most schools where differences in children's home languages constitute diversity in the school. Specifically in Australia, 1 in 4 students are from non-English cultural and linguistic backgrounds. This emphasizes the importance of identifying and recognizing linguistic diversity, where it is important for social reasons, including achieving a sense of belonging and embracing diversity, as well as ethical reasons, such as ensuring ethical practice by including difference, and academic reasons, in the value languages add to education. It is essential for educators to recognize diverse home languages to support a school culture grounded by values such as fairness, kindness, honesty, and respect. The multicultural education policy underpins my educational issue, and it has been developed in response to cultural, linguistic, and religious diversity in educational settings. It basically states things such as the schools need to provide teaching and learning programs that promote intercultural understanding. It also says that teaching practices that recognize and respect children's diverse backgrounds must promote positive attitudes towards difference in cultural, linguistic, and religious backgrounds. It also says that schools need to provide programs that enable students to learn English as an additional language, to enable them to participate in schooling, which emphasizes the importance of the English acquisition in the development of literacy skills. The implementation strategies are focused towards assessing the literacy and numeracy skills in English, and then providing learning and programs and resources to support English as a second language. So the policy largely supports the acquisition of the English language and emphasizes its importance for developing literacy skills. The problem with this is that it promotes a very monolingual view of learning and education, in that literacy skills are only facilitated through the English language. Although learning the English language promotes equity, it pushes other languages to the background. So a school might respect cultural and linguistic diversity, but it doesn't integrate it. So this supports the idea that there will only be effective citizens in Australia if they learn English, and by prioritizing their educational development only in learning English to develop literacy skills, it basically removes links between their own dialect and success, which is unfair and discriminative. Bailey and Marsden 2017 study revealed that even teachers demonstrate little recognition of the academic benefits of other languages, including their social benefits, where children can make better meanings of texts by communicating with other children in their mother tongue, but this is not recognized. Mulumby and Dryden-Peterson demonstrated the effects of the lack of recognition for the value of linguistic diversity as well, where they revealed that children in Botswana schools are ashamed to reveal their ethnicity due to fear of ridicule. So the importance of the child's home language for the acquisition of literacy skills has been ignored, and little credit has been given to the contribution it does make. As Betzer 2010 notes, the isolation of non-English dialects ignores inclusive values of democracy, because children who don't have English as their first language are not really recognized as valuable citizens. So again, it displays unfair treatment towards children whose home language makes up their identity, and unethically denies the value that they add to school settings. So how has this issue been addressed? Well, in my research, Burridge and Trotakiewicz 2010 describe a multi-dimensional whole school approach to incorporating cultural and linguistic diversity, where it focuses on doing this through increasing parent and community involvement, changing policies, curriculums, and pedagogies to support this, and even promoting the value of linguistic diversity outside of school in extracurricular activities. So all of these things will enable a multi-dimensional approach to take place. Many of the studies I researched actually supported this. So Pacheco, Daniel, and Prey and Jimenez, 2019, highlight from their case study that teachers translingual practice in class facilitated children's engagement with text and activities. So there was a reading aloud activity that they did in this study where they were reading an informational text and a child was struggling to make a point about personal experience in English. So she said that he could say it in Spanish and that someone would understand it when he did say it. So in this instance, she introduced the idea that knowing Spanish was valuable to the activity and promoting active participation. Another journal article in 2017 supported parent involvement in integrating language learning into the curriculum, where they highlighted that their values, language, culture, religious and educational backgrounds enrich educational settings. Finally, Gunn 2012 supports this approach as well, where she described a kindergarten teacher that created a reading program in which families from different linguistic backgrounds came to the school for 25 minutes to read dual language books to small groups of children, which represented these languages as cognitive tools. So it not only incorporated community participation, but it also increased children's appreciation and knowledge of other children's multilingual abilities. So again, integrating the value of languages through pedagogy, parent knowledge and involvement of the community has been said to be beneficial in addressing this issue. So I wanted to propose something different, and my approach is called the New Dialect Every Year, and I have proposed that children learn a new language every year, whether this is Chinese, Arabic, or whatever language it is. But the main focus is integrating these languages into the curriculum rather than just recognizing them and ending it there. So children will learn the languages of their classmates, for example. I focus on a more plurilingualism approach, which recognizes children's competency in multiple languages for achieving goals, communicating, and making meaning across texts. I've listed some of the benefits of my approach here, including increasing children's awareness of different languages and recognizing children's expertise in their home language. To put my pen to practice, I propose that changes be made to the multicultural education policy, where schools incorporate language learning in the curriculum for children in all years to recognize the value of linguistic diversity in the attainment of literacy skills. So in this sense, I'm reconceptualizing linguistic diversity as an educational strength rather than something that needs to be changed because literacy skills are only attained through English. I've included something at the bottom that I actually really liked. It says that there's no proof that economic development correlates negatively with linguistic and cultural diversity. So in this sense, there's no reason why other languages can't contribute positively to economic success in the development of literacy skills. So how does my approach address this issue? So I've got 4 points here. The first point, pedagogical practices focus on incorporating multilingualism into the curriculum will be driven by the children to highlight the active citizenship. So this is the idea that if language learning is incorporated into the curriculum, then children are being promoted as active citizens because their languages are driving the curriculum and thus driving pedagogies, etc. The second one promotes inclusion and integration of children's home languages, where inclusion is a core value of democracy. So by integrating languages into the curriculum and pedagogies, my approach promotes inclusion, which is a core value of democracy, in that all children are involved and included no matter what linguistic background they have. The third point, it transforms the idea that integrating languages as a challenge or a problem, and then instead recognizes them as an educational resource. So in this sense, I'm reconceptualizing languages from being a problem to being a valuable educational resource, which promotes ethical values. And the fourth point over here, by recognizing and celebrating children's home languages through language learning, My approach also respects diversity to promote ethical values like fairness, equality, and belonging.